You are most welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Hamna Muendo, your host tonight. I am a CashTelex investor, also a travel consultant by profession. With me tonight is a very passionate gentleman. He is very optimistic when it comes to investments. He's a gentleman who will grab the opportunity when he sees it. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Mr. Seymour. He is a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, and also an investor in CashTelex. I am humbled to avail to you our presenter tonight. Mr. Seymour, you have the mic.
Thank you so much, Madam Hamna, for that warm welcome. Just like you had Madam Hamna introducing me, I also take the opportunity of letting you know, for those that are not very familiar with who she is, she's a very young lady who has been working in this company of CashTelex. She's been working with us for over 2 years now, coming to 3 years. And she's very passionate as well. She's very enthusiastic when it comes to the space of technology and how technology is turning the world around, you know. Madame Hamna is also a lady who has helped the CashTelex community to grow vastly as far as reaching out to her fellow youth is concerned. So thank you so much, Madame Hamna, for that warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also actually very, very honored to be a part of tonight's presentation, and in particular to be the person presenting tonight. Thank you so much for sparing the time. Thank you so much for being an investor, for being interested in tonight's presentation. Tonight, I'm going to be taking you through the basics of the foundation of CashTelex, and kindly give me a short while here so that I may be in position to share my screen with you. Right, here we go. Tonight I'm going to be sharing with you an opportunity that some of us could be familiar with, and to others who are new in this space, it could be news to you. But yes, I'm very, very excited to share this opportunity with you because in this world that we're living in currently, we are struggling with so many concerns that could be ranging from school fees, concerns that could be ranging from medical care, issues that could be touching the space of work, you know, to some of us that are looking forward to retire soon and very soon. CashTelex is here to address some of those concerns. So without preempting the purpose of this meeting, I'll lead us straight to the very main concerns. Why are we here to deal with CashTelex? Why am I sharing this particular opportunity with you tonight? I'm sharing this particular opportunity with you because it tackles elements that touch every single one of us in our respective spaces or in our respective jurisdictions. Spaces such as, most of us are interested in having a passive income. Most of us, to those of us that are parents who are actually on a daily basis tickled with the urges of addressing the concern of school fees to our little ones. Most of us as old people are looking forward, not only the old people, but we're also looking at the young people that are looking forward to retirement, to the retirement package soon and very soon. We are on a daily basis faced with the issues of having little money, and because we have little money, we are hard pressed to be in a corner of going to the banks, walking into banks to get loans. So CashTelex is also here to address something like that. So we are also, some of us that are having that are looking after elderly people, parents, relatives, our grandfathers, our great-fathers, we are also concerned about issues of insurance. Most times we go to places like insurance companies, they ask us certain questions that make us get off the form to almost fear to even address things that the reason that's why we walked up to them. They ask us questions such as, what is your person suffering from? How much money are you ready to pay as far as insurance is concerned? And some of us article the bad way when we hear such questions, but I'm glad to let you know in tonight's presentation, we're going to be having such better solutions to such concerns, and we don't have any better opportunity than this, To some of us could be actually asking us questions such as, could it be an NGO that is going to be addressing these concerns? Could it be a government facility that is going to be addressing such concerns? Could it be, an MP that is going to be addressing such concerns? It has nothing to do with an MP. It has nothing to do with an NGO. It has nothing to do with a funding that could be coming from abroad, but it's actually a body, a company that is here to address the concerns that you and I are facing on a daily basis. And what is this that I'm talking about? It is CashTelex. CashTelex is a Pan-African financial company that is running on a blockchain that has tokenized all its assets in such a way that anyone who joins CashTelex is going to be in position to be elevated financially. I'll give you a quotation. It's been quoted that $1 feeds one person 2 meals each day in Uganda. This is statistics that were taken by the African Ministry's Bible. This information is really available on the internet. And if I'm to bring this home, that is directly to be interpreted as half a chapati with half a spoonful of bean soup twice a day. When you talk about $1 in Uganda, that's 3,700 shillings. So you're splitting 3,700 shillings into two. Can you imagine? Can you even relate sharing with you spending this money? Spending this money on meals. You're basically having that divided by two. In other words, this particular individual is living off $1 a day. That's what is happening in Uganda as far as Uganda is concerned. I'm certain that so many people in different countries, different locations could be identifying with something like this as far as statistics are concerned. So that being one of the problems that we are facing in Uganda and in Africa at large, CashTelex has decided to hold the banner up to say we're going to solve this by enriching all our investors with at least $10 a day. The intention of CashTelex is to make sure that within the next 3 to 5 years, CashTelex can be in position to feed or to enrich, to reach out to 1 million households in Africa, and as well as giving these particular households $10 a day so that they may be in a position to feed, to get good clothing, decent accommodation, medical care, to mention but a few, Ladies and gentlemen, someone could be asking themselves out there, for you to be in position to address all these concerns that have been that have been failing so many people in the world at large, where are you going to be getting this money from to make sure that you reach out to the 1 million households in Africa? Yes, to answer that, I'm gladly letting you know that CashTelex has a very rich ecosystem. By that I'm referring to the fact that we have an exchange. What do I mean by an exchange? An exchange is basically a forex bureau online that is in position to address where you can be in position to change your currency, both digital currencies and fiat currencies. We also have an arm that is ready to address the concerns of accommodation, and that is CashTelex Real Estate. We are entitled and we are passionate to make sure that every African country gets an opportunity to have what we call a CashTelex city. We're going to be starting this, we're going to be rolling this out, starting with the country of Uganda. We shall be also moving into Nigeria, and we shall be spreading out to all these other countries as we roll out systematically. We also have remittances. We shall be having CashTelex gold shop. So someone will be in position to tabulate their money into gold and precious minerals like diamonds as well. We also have a mobile wallet. We also have trading options, as well as an e-commerce platform that we decided to call the CashTelex Go. This is just a snapshot of what our exchange really looks like. I mentioned to us that our exchange tackles both fiat currencies as well as cryptocurrencies. Apparently, there's no exchange that has come out to address both concerns of both fiat and cryptocurrencies. But we are spearheading and saying, no, we're going to be the first people to do this, and we're doing this through CashTelex. This is also a snapshot of what our galactic cities, of how our CashTelex cities are meant to be looking like, This is also a snapshot of what the e-commerce platform that I talked about, CashTelex Go, is meant to be looking like. It's actually readily available. You can go to your Play Store and download it. It's actually already there, And this is an opportunity for so many people that are meant to be into the retail space. You're in position to go and buy whatever you want to buy at a discount of 40% on condition that you're buying using CashTelex. But if at all you don't want to use CashTelex, then you'll be buying it at 100%, But who doesn't want to utilize the opportunity of discounts as far as this world is concerned? So here you are, utilizing the CashTelex platform by buying anything at large, and these are brand new items, at a 40% discount. Ladies and gentlemen, you could be asking yourself questions that could be ranging from who are the people that are entitled to this opportunity? Yes, I'm glad to let you know that all people from all walks of life are encouraged to be a part of this particular investment, with a small minimum interest, with a small minimum investment of 200 Ugandan thousand shillings, to probably, if that is to be translated into dollars, that is $60. You are in position to be a part of this, this wonderful opportunity that I'm mentioning to you right now, but you are not limited to just $60, depending on the kind of dreams that you want to achieve in life. I would rather encourage you to peg your dream against the kind of investment that you should want to, to put into this particular opportunity. Yes, I'm also here to let you know that so many people have been around the space of investment. And locally, when you talk about investments, this is when you hear terms like dividends. Oftentimes, dividends are meant to be shared in a local traditional way. Dividends are oftentimes shared at the end of the year, in the AGM. That's when people go and attend those meetings to receive their dividends. But I need to remind you that on a daily basis, this particular company, wherever you decided to invest to buy your shares, has been making money on a daily basis. But unfortunately, these companies have a tendency of holding you at ransom, telling you, no, we're not going to help you every day, but we shall rather give you your dividends once in a year. So CashTelex is rather flipping the tables to say, since you're going to be making money on a daily basis, unlike these other competitors of ours, we're going to be sharing those daily dividends with our shareholders every day. Differently from any other people, we are sharing these dividends on a ratio of 20 to 80. 20% share dividends are going to be retained by the company for the smooth running of the company, and 80% is coming back to you and I as investors. Can you imagine that? No company, no NGO, nobody has ever done this for people. I mean, this is clearly showing you that CashTelex has you at heart. It has your interests at heart. That is why it's rather giving you the 80% as shareholders, and for it as a company, it is retaining the smaller value of 20%. Who can ever do that? This is seemingly coming off like, a miracle, if you may, or something that is too good to be true. It is too good to be true, but actually a living example when you come to invest yourself in CashTelex. To those that are interested in investments, you'd want to say, okay, if I'm to put in this amount of money, how long will it take me to get back the capital that I'm putting it? Business minds always think like that. And let me try to bring this first to you. If you are in position to buy yourself list of lists, 100 shares, and those 100 shares, probably in the first year, they are valued for $5. That to be translated into UGX, you would say $500 times 3,700. That's to say you'll be in position to earn yourself a whooping 1.8, just over a span of 1 year. By the way, even as I'm giving this particular explanation, I would like to let you know that this is just a lazy way of giving you a dream come true, This is the lowest that you can ever do. This is the lowest that you can ever invest, but yet it's the most minimum margins that you can ever attain, from any other business against CashTelex. Or if I may rephrase it, no company is going to do this for you better than CashTelex. Fast forward in the next 2 years, probably our value could go to $10. Next 3 years, our value could grow to $15, $20, $30, $700, And as we grow in value, your capital is also growing alongside the growth of value, And on the last page that you're looking at, you're seeing how your capital is growing year by year, day by day, And with all due respect, after equating ourselves against these other people that have been in the space before us, I haven't come across any particular company, any particular opportunity compared to CashTelex. Over 5 years, over 10 years, over so long, nothing can be compared to CashTelex in the way that, you're going to be earning ultimately. Ladies and gentlemen, someone could also be out there saying, this is so good to be true, but regardless of all that, I would want to be a part of this. What does it take for me to be a part of this particular opportunity? Yes, all that you have to be owning is basically a national ID. If you don't have one, you can use a driving permit, or you could even use a passport, The other thing that you need to have in place is a functional email address. The other part would be, the amount of money that you would want to start with, Prior to this particular page, I had mentioned to us that you can start with $60. And again, mentioned to us that depending on the dreams that you want to achieve, you can also, the dreams should push you to say, let me invest in 1 million shillings, let me invest in 20 million shillings, let me invest in, this much, that you may achieve your dreams faster than before, as far as, investment is concerned. We encourage people to use smartphones. Why? It makes it much easier. But in the event that you don't have access to a smartphone, you're encouraged to use these normal platforms, such as using a computer. You could use, the likes of, beg your pardon, you could use a computer to access this particular platform. You could use a smartphone. You could as well use, any other media way that you could want to use. But without limiting anyone, even though you have what we call in Uganda that we call them capabilities, even though you have a phone that doesn't have access to, that doesn't have these other means of that a smartphone has, we encourage you to invest regardless, so that at least the money that you'll be getting out of CashTelex can enable you to achieve a smartphone, So don't be limited. You could even register yourself through another person's smartphone, as long as you keep your passwords very safe and secure, Ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing to, there's no way I could, preempt or even explain this thing bigger than the way it is. In other words, I would rather close it at this and encourage you to walk into your respective offices. In Uganda, we have our offices at Nur Emporium, Mengo Hill Road. Kindly feel free to walk in there and you get a further detailed explanation as far as this particular opportunity is concerned. And for areas that I haven't even tackled due to lack of time, our sports support teams will be ready to address all those opportunities, all those areas in detail, at a time where, you're not hard pressed by, we're running out of data and so on. So with that, I would want to give this opportunity to any people that have any questions, so that these questions may be addressed. My humble host tonight said that we're going to be having a session of Q&A. So I guess this is the best time that we can utilize to address this particular concerns that you have at hand. But in case you'd want to reach out to us in any other way, I'm glad to let you know that you can use those particular numbers, direct calls or WhatsApp. You can also feel free to join our Telegram channel. When you join CashTelex, when you go to the website, you will be in position to see official. I would want to emphasize the word official, because there's so many knockoffs on the internet. So go to www.cashtelex.com. As you scroll down, you'll be seeing different loops, and one of the loops will be leading you to our official CashTelex channel. Gladly click onto that, join that, and you'll be in position to air out any of your concerns, and on a daily basis, we address concerns as they come, Ladies and gentlemen, over to you, Madam Hamna. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Simon. I welcome you back from stage. That was a very, very, very elaborative session. Yes, please, ladies and gentlemen, I also briefly take this opportunity to let you know that people have a common psychology, that rich friends choose fellow rich friends. So I push this back to you and let you know it's time that you choose a friend that you want to be rich with. Yes, Mr. Simon availed us what CashTelex holds for us. So I'm putting this back in your court and letting you know what will happen if you share this opportunity with a loved one, with a friend, with a person you wish to see happy with. Probably some years down the road, you'll be taking vacations to Italy with that person, and they will look back and appreciate that you thought of them when you saw an opportunity which would change their lives. Mr. Seymour, I believe that people are just very eager to stock up more CashTelex shares. May I remind you that this is a limited stock of shares. Once they sell out, that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. Only those who hold CashTelex shares in their accounts will be able to trade them to those who will need them. So just imagine a possibility whereby CashTelex, a single CashTelex, not the whole of it, a single. Just as I say, $100 has a small bills, like a single $1 of a whole bill is as much as, I don't know. It's just so big to estimate, but it could be better. Thus, I'm telling you, please, I call on to you, I urge you, I persuade you to stock up CashTelex shares. Stock up CashTelex shares. Let your loved ones stock up CashTelex shares. Let your people stock up CashTelex shares. That's all I can say. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. for being with us tonight. I hope this has been enlightening and you have something to carry back to your people. Have a good night all. And a good morning and a good evening and a good afternoon from wherever you are situated.